now for some lines of William Wordsworth. Sweet is the lore which nature brings. Her meddling intellect mishapes the beauteous form of things we murder to dissect. Dissect. What is it to dissect? It's a medical term, is it not? Medical. Yes, medical. Ah, those medical men, they're back again. And so here we are, back again with Dr. Drysdale and Dr. Haysworth, conducting their experiments, constructing their novel houses, and revolutionizing ventilation. But what are they really doing? Well, I suppose Banham tells us right out on the first page of his 3rd chapter.
The word atmosphere is to be read literally.
Atmosphere. Well, I suppose they were constructing atmospheres then. And what do you think of that? Poetic nonsense? Perhaps. No? Well, there's certainly more to it. The word atmosphere derives from the Greek word atmos, meaning smoke, steam, or vapor. It is in this 3rd sense as vapor, which deserves our utmost attention. Upon hearing the word vapor, I should hope we have not yet forgotten our good medical friend Conrad Meyer and his demonology of bad air, exposing the carbonic acid and water vapor as the leading antagonists to our respiratory health. But this water vapor is two-faced. If out of control and when left to its own devices, it's a venomous miasma, but when subject to mechanized control, the very same water vapor can be a courier of ablution and regeneration. And much like Banham, I cannot resist the urge to indulge myself in a quote from the ancient Greek philosophers, for it was a certain Heraclitus who called water the most polluted and the most life-giving of all substances. Of course, he was talking about the difference between people and fish, and not about the double-edged sword, water vapor, which we now have at hand. The 17th and 18th centuries bring about the effects and the aftermath of the Reformation and Counter-Reformation. And in all their mutual malignance, the Protestants and the Catholics could at least agree on one thing. Nakedness was sin and should be feared. Even in this disquietude, our star actor, Vapor, never does exit the scene. And again, just as in the story Banham tells us, medical men proved momentous in socio-technological revolution. For it was in English doctors demonstrating the therapeutic effects of cold water bathing alongside Jean-Jacques Rousseau's enlightened battle cry, "Back to nature," which will pave way for hydropathy in the romantic milieu of the 19th century, when the vapor bath's infinite superiority was realized over that of regular warm water bathing. And so comes the 19th century, and Gideon has caught up with Banham. Caught up purely in the chronological sense, because their two water vapors are still at odds with each other. Banham's, the most polluted, and Gideon's, the most life-giving. How do we reconcile the contradictory but congruent vapors of the 19th century?